Hi, my name is A, and to begin, I'd like to tell you a bit about my story. I never really knew what childhood was. I'd experienced sexual violence before I was even able to understand what those words meant. At age 10, I was placed into foster care, ripped from what little family I had left, still reeling from the passing of my father a few years before. At 11, I struggled with depression, with few friends to lean on. None of them could understand what was happening in my mind. From 12 to 15, I struggled with extreme depression and anorexia, both of which nearly killed me. My freshman year was characterized by outcasting, hallways filled with hatred and slurs, simply because of who I loved. My sophomore and junior years were spent reeling from an abusive relationship, all the while juggling academic and financial stress, given the burden of holding my family above water when my peers' biggest concerns were homework assignments. My mom wasn't in the proper mental state to manage those things, causing me to take the role of parent. I was forced into adulthood to the point of no longer being able to conceive what childhood meant. This situation was beyond stressful. I'd cry myself to sleep on the occasions I had time to do so, at least weekly. Nobody knew how to help me. I didn't even know how to help myself. I turned to my friends in similar situations and saw them all turning to drugs or self-harm. I looked to the media and saw only those like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos or even Gary Dahl, who made an obscene amount of money off of selling pet rocks. In short, those from the top making it to the top. From what I'd seen, I was destined for the bottom. I spiraled. What was the point of continuing a life filled with endless turmoil and despair? A bottomless pit. I too no longer desired to continue living. This feeling escalated to the eventual point of institutionalization, one of the worst experiences of my life. I was smart enough to understand how extreme my actions were and to never do them again, but due to my age, I was ignored. Like you, my wants, my dreams, my feelings, my voice, all disregarded. So, when I got out, I had a newfound determination to change my path. I had no idea how I was going to make it out, only that I had to. I never wanted to feel so invisible again. Then, one day, I heard a speech that said, "It's not cool to be a loser. Go to school, graduate, get your own, because they can say whatever they want to say about you, but they can't take it from you." These words completely shifted my mindset. I finally knew how I'd make it out of the hole I'd been forced into. Nobody, not even my mom, could take that from me. So, I pushed myself as hard as I could in academics, dreaming of the day I got into a top school far away from here and never looking back. From this, I was offered many incredible opportunities. I was able to run a mental health committee on the IB Leadership Council, give speeches to my school, and be a role model to those around me. Things younger me could have never imagined. But when I told others of these dreams, I was once again brushed off. "You can't do that. Only rich kids get into those schools." "Yeah, right. They have such a low acceptance rate. What makes you so special?" Many of you have likely heard similar. But these words tore away at me. I was shattered by my peers merely for being brave enough to dare to dream. When I told my mom I wanted to go to medical school, she simply laughed in my face and told me I'd never be able to. For a long time, this made me angry, but mainly this caused me to doubt myself. Anything less than perfection felt like it was proving their words right. And even when I did get everything exactly as I'd envisioned it, I could never stop thinking, what if it's not enough? What if I need to do more? What am I missing that makes me so incapable as these people see me to be? Though it may sound silly, who changed these thoughts for me was my A-Push teacher. He was the first person who believed in me, who trusted in my hard work and never doubted me. My dreams weren't too loud. For the first time, someone saw them as reachable. Though the doubts were occasionally still there, I finally had someone in my corner, rooting for me. But I still had little rebuttal to the cruel words of my peers. I mean, they weren't necessarily wrong. It is extremely hard to come from the circumstances I do and make it to the top. But one day, I finally found my answer. What made me so special was my dedication. Nobody was there picking me out of bed in the morning, wiping my tears, telling me what classes to take or where to go. No one was there telling me why it was worth it to continue outside of the generic answers of, everyone matters, or I'll be so sad if you're gone, which don't really help anyone. I was the one picking myself out of bed every morning, wiping my own tears, pushing myself as hard as I could, accepting only the best of myself. I created a future beyond the scope of my past. The determination to not give up, that was what made me shine. By holding on to these dreams and my determination to reach them, I was able to accomplish things unthinkable for my younger self. From that, I was able to become my own role model, no longer seeking to look outside of myself to find a dreamer. I became the change I wanted to see. I want you all to know that my circumstances are not unique. It is not impossible to accomplish your dreams, even coming from the darkest of moments. There is no such thing as can't. There is only won't. If you work hard enough, if you dream big enough, if you give it everything you have, you will get there. I'd like to share with you all some words of wisdom that one of my favorite teachers passed on to me when I was psyching myself out about grades and sacrificing obscene amounts of sleep to get my desired results. He told me, A, if you have a philanthropic motivation like that, you will not fail. Even if it takes you longer than others, even if it's not the exact path that you had planned out for yourself, you will get there. Not very many students care as much as you do. These words completely changed how I saw myself. I was no longer merely the result of my circumstances, a failure trying to force myself into a future in which I didn't belong and would never achieve. Your dreams are not waste, never something to disregard. You are so much more than what you come from, so much to stay for beyond that. I promise you, if you hold on to that dream and you never let it go, if you work with everything you have, you will see it come to pass. Only when it is dark enough can you see the stars, with the prettiest of flowers growing through the concrete. Make a future beyond the scope of your past, and never let it go. Don't listen to any doubts, even if they come from yourself. Each and every one of you in this room is capable of doing incredible things, changing the world if that's what you want. So, as I stand in front of you all today, I beg of you to hold on to that dream of yours. Go be a doctor. Go be a politician. Go work for NASA. Go change the world and be happy. Even if no one else believes in you, I do. I'm in your corner and I'll be rooting for you. Keep going. You can do it. And you will. So, the world's waiting on us to change it. The only thing that I ask is that you don't let the fears of failure keep you from the beauties of success. Thank you.